Hi, gang. Welcome to my home. I thought I'd make one quick video to go over one very small point that concerns language and literature. Thought it was kind of interesting. And here it is. During your IOCs, a number of people referred to The Handmaid's Tale as taking place during the 1900s, saying things such as The Handmaid's Tale reflects the culture of the 1900s, or The Handmaid's Tale is representative of the political climate of the 1900s. Now, I know what you meant, but when I heard that, what comes to mind, I think, is something very different from what you might have been intending. The Handmaid's Tale was written in 1986. So I thought a way to illustrate the kind of vast differences that are sort of conjured in my mind, at least, is to use Google, which has actually replaced my mind. So let's do a search for the 1900s, and let's go to these images and see what comes up. So this is what basically comes to my mind. I think of ladies on bikes with hats like that, and I think of the moon still being made of cheese or a man's face or both. I think of motor cars, and obviously I think of these guys. When I think of the time at which The Handmaid's Tale was written, I think more of the 1980s. And yikes, this is what comes to mind. It's sort of pop culture overload. But, what do we have here? We've got Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper and other things. Actually, some of these aren't even from the 80s. We got Trump's rise, Nintendo Entertainment System, aerobics, Ghostbusters, Max Headroom. You don't know what that is? I encourage you to look it up. So on and so forth. Yikes. Let's skip that. So something obviously very, very different is coming to mind. So what I would say is a more accurate bit of language to use in describing the time period of The Handmaid's Tale would be to say it reflects the values of contemporary culture. I think we have much more in common with the time of The Handmaid's Tale now than something like the 1900s, or to say the 1980s or the late 20th century. So I think that's the lesson there. People don't always imagine the same thing that you imagine when you say stuff, especially when you're talking to old people like Rocky. Here he is. All right. Have a great summer, and I'll see you.